Hi, in this video, we are going to see about a router configuration using this packet tracer. So we are going to configure the router. So now let us implement this in this packet tracer. First of all, let us set the router. That is router 1 and router 2. Next, I am going to insert a PC. So first of all, we can connect this to router through a cable called a crossover cable. That is copper crossover cable. So I'm connecting with a fast ethernet 0 by 0 port and fast ethernet 0 by 1. So that is the port. So this are now let us see that this crossover wherein that is red color. So that is the pin is in red color. That means it is not that is configured. So we are going to configure that is not connected properly. That is we need, if after configuration it will be in green color, so that means that it is has been configured successfully. So first let us take in this command. First we need to, it asks, do you want to like to enter the initial configuration dialog? No, first we can say no. So in this router, first we are going to enter in the privilege mode. So if we enter in the privilege mode only, we can configure the router. So for entering the privilege mode, the command is for enable. So that is enable privilege mode. So if enable is the commands, you see that the symbol, the greater than, is changed to as. That means it is in the privilege mode. So in the privilege mode, there are a lot of modes. Lots of sub modes under privilege mode. So we are going to configure the router. So there is a mode called configure. So for that we need to take, that is config, that is configure is the short form config terminal. So terminal is the thing we are going to configure. So in this initially the host name is router. We can change the host name of this router as host name R0. I am as changing the host name as R0, so it is changed it to R0. Now I'm mentioning, that is I'm taking that connect, setting the IP address for the for this pin for this router. So the interface we have connected in fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So the interface we are going inside that the pin mode. So this fast Ethernet, which pin we have been connected, that is 0 by 0. So that is inside that internet. So that is config if this is another sub mode. So in this I'm going to mention that IP address for this that is for this router. So for that IP address I'm mentioning, let us decide let us give a random IP address to this router. So now let us note this as 192.168.1.1 and subnet address, that is it is default for everyone 255.0.0.0. So it has been accepted, and I'm saying it should not shut down, that is it should not close. For that you need to mention it as no shutdown, invalid. So no shutdown, no shut down. So it has been here interface fast 00 change state up. See here, it now it will be changed, the state is here uh, the fast ethernet 0 by 0 is up and fast ethernet 0 by 1 is down. So that is that thing. So here we need to do the same thing for here. First of all we need to go inside the privilege mode. For that we need to take enable, and we need to uh, uh, first configure the that is config the terminal. So terminal, then we need to, I'm going to change this host name as R1. and in this I'm taking that is in that pin, that is which pin, that is fast ethernet 0 by 0 by 1. So inside that mode, I'm going to specify the IP address for this router is 192.168.1.2. That is the router 1 is 1.1. Here this is 1.2. Next that server is 255.0.0.0. So I'm mentioning this also as a not shutdown, no shutdown. So that is interface fast 0 by 1 changes state of line protocol and interface fast ethernet changes state to up. So it will be fast change. Now it has been configured. So it has been changed into green. So the router. So through this method we can change, that is configure the router. But a router is a networking device. It should be it is should be manually. If you it can only change the IP address. But all the if we want to configure the total router, we can use another thing, that is a PC. While that is a computer, if a computer is connected to the router, through this computer we can configure this router. So that's is the concept here. So the PC is connected to a console cable to the router. So that is through a console to R232. So it has been connected. Now in this PC, if you come into the desktop and terminal and you click OK, what are the commands we have been that is configured using that router, it is displayed here. That means it is already it is connected, and we can connect we can configure here we can configure the router through this PC. Now let us take a that is make a banner, that is simply we can make a message that um, in configure method simply give that is banner motd, and inside that is as. So between this as, what is the message you need to pass, so that you can be given. So after the once you log out and once again you log in, this message will be displayed. So I am saying unauthorized user login. So it has been accepted, and the message it will be created and it will be passed out here. So this is the thing. And now let us ping let us ping this IP address. Let us ping this IP address, that is ping. That is ping is used to connect to the network device. So the first network IP address is 192.168.1.1. Sorry, so it should not be given in the configure. That is it should be given in the that is in the enable state, that is in the privilege mode, not in the configure mode. So you need to come outside the configure mode, simply press exit. Now it is come outside the configure mode. Now if you type ping 168.1 sorry ping 192.168.1.1. See, type escape sequence. So sending 5, that is 100 bit ICMP, that is internet protocol echoes. So it is success rate is 100%. So it is success rate, it is successfully connected. Now let us connect this router 1 to router 2. We can ping this router 2 IP addresses. Say 192.168.1.2. So we can connect that through this PC. So through this PC I'm going to connect, that is ping, I'm going to ping 192.168.1.2. 68.1.2, that is the IP address of the second router. So if you press enter, it is success rate is 80%. So it is success rate is 80%, that is 4 out of 5. So some of the message will be missed. It cannot be passed because the success rate is 80%. So through this method, through this PC, we can configure this router through this method. So this is the configuration of the router using this packet tracer method. Thank you.